EU makes final step for Biafra. Endorse Nnamdi Kanu's quest for a new Biafran republic. Alright, the EU chief has finally endorsed Biafra. In fact, the intervention of the EU on the agitation for Biafra has finally, is finally happening as we speak right now. My dear listeners, this is no longer a child's play. EU, UN, and US and some other world power countries have finally decided that the time for the Igbos to embrace the Republic of Biafra has come, and so they are now giving their own individual support, standing in gap for their support. My dear listeners, I would like you to take your time, pay attention as I drop this little piece of information behind with you. Please, I don't want you to get distracted. Please brace up as this information is dropped behind for you. Please, my dear listeners, let's go in.
To be recognized and also to defend yourself. It's much better than having a military intervention in Nigeria, having the Biafra Republic equipped and armed to be able to defend yourself against the potential invasion from the Nigerian centralist forces of that failed state. And so here the defense comes with the recognition, and that's exactly how we should do. Biafra Republic, please my friends, I beg you, recognize it and build a strong, viable state, part of the free world, and that's what I call the Fellinger doctrine and also the Fellinger economics. Build a decent state, part of the free world, no BRICS, but OECD, no kind of alignment with genocidal Russia, but alignment with America, with the European Union, with the free world, and we will have a free trade agreement, open economics, of course the flat tax, I like very much, and the currency, which Nigeria never did, to join the Euro-backed area. This is the best policy for West Africa, and Biafra will be a proud member of the Euro-backed area, and this will be delivering much more prosperity in the future, and we will trade and we will work together.
Again, the purpose of this event is to try to make sure that the Congress of the United States, the administration of this country, our friends and allies around the world, and not least, of course, people of goodwill in this country and elsewhere, are on notice that Nigeria is at risk of disastrous collapse. That the forces that we've just been talking about are in the process of taking down a country that is the most populous in Africa, with horrific implications, not just for the immediate vicinity, the Lake Chad region as it's known, but for that continent, and almost certainly others beyond. Congressman Wolf mentioned Burma, talking about a catastrophe that would make what has happened to Europe in the past few years as a relatively small number of people migrated there with unbelievable chaotic consequences. Look like a day at the beach by comparison. We're on notice. And the question is, do we have to wait until this horror is upon us before something is done about it? Or do we take steps now to try to prevent that? And I don't think any of us is saying that this is a panacea, but the appointment of the appropriate individual with the requisite authority. I just want to underscore what Congressman Wolf said about having the President of the United States essentially personally empowering Senator Danforth to lead the effort on behalf of our country to alleviate that situation. That has to be done again, and it has to be an empowering of a person with the stature and the capabilities needed to do two really vital things. One is to pull together the government agencies that have responsibility for pieces of a problem like Nigeria. The Defense Department, as well as, of course, the State Department, USAID, the UN mission of the United States, the National Security Council, and others to come together with a common, appropriate, and much needed policy approach. And then secondly, at least as importantly, to be able authoritatively to represent what that approach is to the government of Nigeria. So they know who they're dealing with. They know that this is, in fact, the policy, and they can't go, looking for people who will provide some sort of alternative that might not require as much of them. So it's those two vitally important things that have to be done. And on behalf of, again, the Save the Persecuted Christians Coalition and team, I just want to say I think this is a moment of truth, a moment when we will find a difference being made by an administration that is about making a difference on behalf of religious freedom and those who are being denied it around the world. And let me just take a moment to say, as bad as this situation is, it is just one of the areas in the world in which particularly Christians are suffering. By some estimates, it's as small a number as 215 million Christians being brutally persecuted. By others, it's as high as 500,000. Excuse me, 500 million. This is on our watch. It is unconscionable. It must be challenged, contested, and if possible, stopped. And that's what this coalition is about. And I pray that we will be able, with the help of people like Congressman Estes, Congressman Bull, and the Archbishop, and
What other thing do we need to tell you to make you believe that already Biafra has come? See, this world power nation, global bodies, world power countries, they have concluded and they have decided that they are ready to let the Biafrans, the Igbos, to go. The Republic of Biafra is set to be declared. I don't know. The politics Tinubu is still trying to play, but I strongly believe that whatever he's trying to do will never be for his favor. You can hear it all. I'm not the one saying, you can hear it from the white man's voice. He was saying it clearly how the Republic already has gained endorsement, and the number of countries, world power countries that have recognized it. So what else are you looking for? Please help me to click like, subscribe, and comment on this very video. Because why? Because more truth is still coming your way. All right, thank you.